it's Chantelle. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me for this next little while. So this class is all about stress release. It's perfect after a long day, maybe part of your bedtime routine, or just if you want to take a little bit of time out for yourself. So when you're ready, put some comfortable clothes on, grab a mat, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start this practice. I want you to get up slowly and come to the front of your mat. Our first posture is a forward fold, so I just want you to bend at the hips, come down, relax, keep your knees bent because we're just going to sway into this position. So what we want to do is we want to relieve the tension in the spine. I invite you to close your eyes and calm the mind. Take a moment to forgive yourself and to set yourself free. Put your hands to the floor and just find any tension in your legs or your lower body. Notice how you're feeling and then just gradually relax and start to lose yourself in this moment right now. From here, just crawl your hands forward and we're going to get set up for down facing dog. So as you inhale, I want you to lift and push the hips back, straighten the legs as much as you can and trying to place the heels down to the ground. And as you exhale, I want you to push the palms to the floor and allow the chest just to move towards the thighs. Your feet should be about hip distance apart. Hands should be in contact with the ground with the fingers spread and the middle finger facing forward. Gently bring the left knee foot forward because we're going to go into pigeon pose. So keeping the hips square and to the front of the mat, gently relax yourself down, get comfortable into the position. We're just going to breathe here for 5 breaths. Really take a moment here. What can you notice about your body? Are you holding any tension anywhere? From here, push the palms of the hands forward and slowly fold if that feels comfortable to you and if you want a deeper stretch. Just breathe evenly. Inhale and exhale and relax in the pose. Gently come up and we're going to go back into downward facing dog, so pushing the hips back. And then we're going to slowly come forward onto the opposite leg, so our right leg now, back into pigeon pose on the other side. Again, take a moment to make sure that your hips are squaring forward. Relax into the pose. And just gently breathe. While you're in the moment, I just want you to take some time here and feel the love and approval that you have for yourself and for others around you. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold forward, to go deeper in the stretch. Okay, now gently come back up and out the position. We're going to go back into downward dog. So inhale while you push the hips back. Exhale while you are grounding the fingers into the mat. And then gently pedal the legs just to find and release some tension in your lower back, through your hamstrings, and wherever else you might be holding on to it. Okay. So from here, I want you to step to the front of your mat. Sit down on your bottom, straighten the legs, and just bring the right heel on the top of your left thigh, and then inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold forward. Fold forward to wherever it is you feel that stretch. And just relax into the pose, breathing evenly. This is one of my favourite poses because it's so calming. So I just want you to come up now and then just take any tension out the legs, and then do the same on the opposite side now. So inhale to lengthen, and with each exhale allow the body to fold and to deepen until maximum flexion is reached. And just breathe evenly. From here we're going to roll over onto our hands. We're going to do a mini vinyasa. So coming into plank pose, gently lower yourself down. Inhale into upward facing dog, and exhale into downward facing dog. And then come back down into a seated position. So legs crossed. And then from here, we will start our breath work. So I invite you to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. And we're just going to focus on the breath, bring an awareness to it. Each breath we take is going to relax us. So what you can do here, you can shut your eyes and we can go into a kind of meditative state while we breathe evenly. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to turn around so you can see me better, but you feel free to stay where you are. We're going to do a seated side twist. So if you put your left hand in front and your right hand behind, and you're just going to gently twist to your right side. Breathing evenly here. And then inhale to return back to center. Repeating on the other side, so you put your right hand in front this time, your left hand behind, and just gently rotate to the left. Inhale to return back to center. So from seated, place your hands forward, gently roll over and go back into plank pose, chaturanga, dandasana, and gently lower yourself down. Inhale into upward facing dog with the gentle back bend. Exhale, we're flipping the feet over and pushing back into downward facing dog. Breathe here and then come back forward into a seated position. So I'm going to need you to go next to a wall for the next pose. Once you're there, just put your legs gently up the wall and just relax in this position and breathe evenly. While you're just breathing evenly, I want you to say to yourself, I deserve all that is good. So you can say it in your head or you can say it out loud. And I just want you to trust the process of life. Okay, carefully bring your legs down. And we're going to go into an abdominal twist. So lie down on your back and just let your knees flop to the left side while you twist your upper body, so your chest and your face towards the right side. And just breathe here, letting go of any tension in your spine. Noting how it makes you feel And then bring your legs up into center and repeat on the opposite side. Now this posture is really good for detoxing the body, twists. I love, if you notice my class, I always add a lot of twists in because it just helps with digestion, it helps you sleep better, it strengthens the abdominals, and they're just so good for you. Great job, you guys. So now come back to center and then inhale and bring both knees to the chest and gently hug your knees. Rolling side to side and just really enjoy that feeling on your lower back. You can bring your head up to your knees if you want more of a stretch, and then gently rest back down. Come up to a seated position, put your hands forward and then roll over the knees because we're going to do another vinyasa. So in plank pose, lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows facing back. Inhale, lifting your chest off the mat, tuck the toes over. Exhale, pushing the hips back into downward facing dog. And then come back down on the knees. And we're going to push back into child's pose. So with every inhale, I want you to lengthen the spine. And with every exhale, sit the buttocks back onto the heels. This pose is so good at relieving stress and keeping you centered. So just breathe nice and evenly here. Inhale, coming back to all fours. Make sure that your feet are hip distance apart and the hands should be placed underneath the shoulders. So as you inhale, I want you to lift the head and the tailbone to create a hollow lower back. And as you exhale, round up through the back, allowing the shoulder blades to spread and the head drops to the ground. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, round in the back. Brilliant. So from here, I want you to sit back gently on your mat and just lay back now and relax into our final pose, which is Savasana. So this pose is where we allow the body to restore itself. Close the eyes, allow the eyelids to relax, relax the facial muscles, release the lower jaw by releasing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Draw attention to the breath, relaxing with each exhalation, and just allow the body to be still. Feel free to pause the video and stay here for as long as you need. Bringing awareness back into the body. I want you to gently sit up and come into a seated position. Thank you so much for taking the time to take this class with me. It's been a pleasure having you here. Until next time, namaste.